It starts like any other beautiful vacation day, hiking through the redwoods. Ida, Lou skids to a stop. Look, that squirrel is dancing. Ida hurries to Lou's side, wide-eyed. Shh, listen.
Come on, grab your friends, we'll go to very distant lands with Ida Bear and Louisa Claire. It's adventure time.
Lou, it's a song Fauci summoned us with. Do you think he needs us again? Lou glances up the trail at their parents. Should we tell Mama and Daddy? Let's just quickly see what Fauci needs, Ida says. We don't know how this magic works. Ida and Lou hurry towards the dancing squirrel, whispering, Fauci, Fauci, is that you? When they reach the squirrel, he turns away from them, shakes his butt, bends over, and lets out a long toot. Fartsy? Who's Fartsy? The squirrel asked with a chuckle. I'm Stu. Pleased to meet you. Did you summon us? Asked Lou. Yoo-hoo, up here. A small voice calls from high above their heads. Join us up here, please. Join who? Up where? How? Ida asked. Bend your knees and jump, the small voice answers. Lou skips, hops, and then jumps in one bound up to the sculpture's shoulder. She laughs and jumps back to the ground. Come on, Ida. They bound up the sculpture and find themselves face to face with a beautiful bird. Hello, I'm Petey, and this is my assistant, Tweety. We heard all about your work last year with Fauci. So you do know Fauci, Ida exclaims. Well, not personally. You know he often takes a cat form, which I'm not fond of. But my dear friend Sweetie, you know her, right? She told me all about your work on the vaccine. If you feel up for it, I have a similar challenge for you. What is it? The girls ask. It's really the start of a journey that will last your entire lives, helping the world and fighting climate change. Of course we want to help. This journey will be scary. You will face great obstacles, but you will have helpers along the way. If you need help, all you have to do is tweet. We aren't old enough for Twitter, Ida interrupts. Twitter? Psh! Birds are the original tweeters. All you have to do is tweet if you need help. Now you better go and catch up to your parents. When does the journey start? Asked Lou. Don't worry, you won't miss it. Now scoot. Petey and Tweety wave the girls off. When Ida and Lou catch up to their parents, their dad is about 9 minutes into a 30-minute explanation of the majestic conifers towering over them. After a long hike, the family returns home. Ida and Lou head out to the patio to play. Suddenly, the sky clouds over and lightning strikes. Thunder claps and the balcony collapses. Ida and Lou fall through the air. A fairy emerges from the hillside. Aim for the mushrooms, she calls. Mushrooms, Ida yells, twisting her body to look around. Giant mushrooms emerge, blotting the hillside, glistening in the rain. Lou, look, the mushrooms. The girls bounce from mushroom to mushroom, making their way down the muddy hill. Shaken but excited, they help each other up at the bottom. I guess this is the start of our journey, Lou says with a laugh. Where to now? The girls push through the mud, muck, and mushrooms until they find a path which they follow. The path leads to a road, which leads to a highway. Ida and Lou aren't sure about walking on the highway, but there are no cars and nowhere else to go, so forward it is. They walk for what feels like miles before they come to a gaping hole in the highway. What do we do now? Ida wonders. Tweet, Lou suggests. The girls wait, but nothing happens. They look around for help. Nobody is around. They look around for something to build a bridge with. Nothing workable. Caw, 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 caw. A flock of cawing seagulls flies towards the girls. Tweetings, calls out a seagull from the front of the flock. My name is Buttle. My friends and I can fly you over the gap if you need. Wow, can you teach us to fly? Asked Ida. Not exactly, says Buttle. Let 'em rip, flock. The seagulls unfurl long ropes. Grab on. We'll airlift you over. Should we flap our wings? Asked Lou. Strike a pose and hold it, Buttle commands. The more you wiggle, the harder it will be for us to fly you over. Ida and Lou grab onto the ropes and strike a pose. The gulls begin flapping their wings, lifting them over the giant hole. Buttle flies to the other side, cheering the flock along. You go, gulls. You go, gulls. With everyone safely across the gap, the gulls get ready to depart. Thank you so much, says Ida and Lou. We're happy to help, answers Buttle. You've got quite the journey ahead of you. It will be hard at times, but you two are smart, hardworking, and you care. You can do anything. Work together and ask for help when you need it. Farewell. The gulls fly south and the girls follow the road north. Look at that. Lou points to a distant flock of blackbirds swooping through the hazy sky. Is that smoke? Oh no, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. What should we do? Ida asks. The girls decide there's nothing to do but continue forward and see what happens. The acrid smoke fills the air. Ida and Lou round a bend, and a fiery landscape fills their view. A handful of firefighters are beating back the flames with limited success. The girls see that it's not just birds fleeing the flames, but also kinds of animals running for their lives as well. Can we help? Lou asked the firefighters. Please, grab a stick and beat back the fire at the edges. We can't stop the fire by ourselves, but we can try to slow its spread. The girls beat back the fire. It is hot and sweaty work. Lou, look! Ida points to something that looks like a giant bat. I think that's a dragon. We should follow them. Are you sure? Lou asks. Dragons start fires. They don't put them out. Ida frowns. Trust me, Lou. You know I'm part dragon, and I know this dragon is definitely here to help. Okay, I trust you. Lou turns to the firefighters. We have to go, but we'll keep fighting the fire in our own way. Good luck. Ida and Lou move quickly through the simmering forest, being careful of the smoke and fire while rushing to track the dragon. The dragon flies away from the worst of the flames and stops in front of a tree that burned from the inside out. The dragon turns to face the girls. I'm Burpee. Thank you for trusting and following me. We need to act quickly. The sticks you use to beat the fire are infused with all your love and care for the forest. They're like wands. We can harness that magic using your best intentions to put out this fire. It will be tricky, but I need you to direct all your energy towards the fire while thinking water, water, water. And Lou turn their sticks to the fire and concentrate. Water, 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 water. A flood erupts from their sticks, extinguishing the flames. The air around them fills with steam. When the steam clears, Ida, Lou, and Burpee look around the forest. The air is clear. Lush green ferns line the path. Thick moss covers the rocks, and sunlight streams through the dense canopy of leaves. Burpee, where did you take us? Lou asks. I didn't take us anywhere, Burpee answers. I think we might be in the same forest, Ida says. Look at the tree. It has a crack in the same place. That's right, says the pine cone dancing up the path. I'm Pico, the spirit of the forest. This is what the forest would be like if humans lived in balance with their ecosystems. So no fires here? Lou asked. There are fires sometimes. You know, fire is a part of nature, Pico says. But it's too hot and too dry in your reality, and the fire is too much. That's why I brought you here. I need you to go through the forest and collect as many seeds as possible. Bring them back to your world and find people who can save them for the future. How will we get back to our world? Ida asked. You can walk there. All paths lead back to your world, so don't worry about getting lost. Even in this world, you can tweet if you need help, Pico says. Good luck, girls. There's a lot to learn here and everywhere if you pay attention. Ida and Lou agreed to split up and find as many seeds as possible, while Burpee returned to their world to monitor the forest fire. Ida heads toward the sound of water, ready to cool off after all that fire. She relishes the clean air and peaceful rustle of pine needles under her feet. She admires the plants as she collects seeds. She rounds a bend and finds a stream running quickly before her. A stream lined with cats. River Clan cats, Ida gasped. She looks closer. Augie? Fromage? Mordecai? A loud splash draws Ida's attention. A lithe Siamese cat bobs in the water. Cranberry? Ida pivots and swoops into the water, grabbing Cranberry before her head slips under the water. Careful, Cranny, the river is moving swiftly. Zuli and Boudica cross the bridge. Greetings, says Zuli. We do not often trust two legs in our camp, but Augie promises you are worthy. Boudica sniffs Ida, and I can smell that you are part dragon. That's dangerous too, but better than a two-leg. We've collected some seeds for your mission. Mordecai brings the bag to Ida with a yowl. How will you find Louisa? All the paths here lead back to our world, Ida answers. We'll be able to find each other. But your world is a pretty big place, Mort says. Not to worry, I will make sure you find each other, but for a cost. Mort stretches, resting upon Ida's hands, the sharp edge of his claws taunting her flesh. What cost? Ida asks. Back in your world, I want you to find a way to give me an entire bag of greenies in one decadent sitting, or an entire bagel with lots of cream cheese and lots of lox. Again, in one decadent sitting. In this world, simply yell, Mordecai is king! 3 times. I will reunite you and Lou when that happens. Now hurry along before we're caught with the two-leg in the camp, Mort says with a hiss. Lou alone wanders the forest, collecting seeds and seeking the sunny spots. The forest is quiet except for the rustling leaves, and Lou feels a bit lonely. She sees a large wreath. She starts to walk around it when a glimmer from inside the circle catches her eye. She looks through the wreath and sees a band of animals playing together. She steps back, looks around the wreath again, and finds herself alone again. She sits down behind the wreath to enjoy the animal concert.
Let's go in the garden. You'll find something waiting right there where you left it, lying upside down. When you finally find it, you'll see how it's faded. The underside is lighter when you turn it around. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays. Go down to the ocean, the crystal tide is raising, water's gotten higher as the shore washes out. Keep your eyes wide open, even when the sun is blazing. The moon controls the tide, it could cause you to drown. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays.
Mordecai is king! Mordecai is king! Mordecai is king! Ida yells after a few hours. Nothing happens. She isn't sure how Mordecai's magic works, if it even works. Do I stay put or will Lou find me wherever I am? Ida wonders aloud. Mordecai is king, a mocking voice says, in his dreams. A crow and a chick hop out from behind a tree. Mordecai is not the king of this jungle, the crow says. There are no kings in this forest. He told me to say that, Ida says. I'm looking for my sister, actually. The chick steps forward. I'm Mouse, and that's Croseph. Lou is right around the bend. Follow us. Ida, Louisa, Crosif, and Mouse examine their seeds and decide they've collected enough. They follow a path until they stumble upon a campsite. The girls introduce themselves and the birds, but they don't let on that the birds can talk yet. You never know what grown-ups will believe, Ida whispers to Lou. Instead, they tell the campers about their mission to save seeds. The campers invite the girls to join them the next day at a protest where they promise to introduce them to some farmers who can help with the seeds. Ida and Louisa have been to protests, so they know what to expect. But this protest is the first for Mouse and Crosif. At first, they are afraid to be around so many noisy people. But all of the people take care not to step on their feet or ruffle their feathers, so Mouse and Crosif relax a little. Over the course of the day, they all learn a lot about pipelines. Pipelines that crisscross the country, displacing people and animals, spilling dirty oil and contaminating water. At the end of the protest, Ida and Lou find the farmers who can help them. Are you coming with us? Lou asks Mouse and Crosif. I don't think so, Mouse says sadly. Crosif and I don't spend most of our time in this world. But when we head back home, Crosif says brightly, we'll be sure to tell the other animals about all of the people who do want to live in harmony with us. And remember, if you need any help, just tweet. Ida and Lou spend a couple of days with the farmer, digging in the dirt, delighting in the bugs, worms, and snakes living in the soil. They water and weed. They love the farm, the flora, and the fauna. The farmers help them plant their seeds in the greenhouse. They tell the girls that some of the seeds should go to Svalbard, where it's cold and there's a seed library that stores rare seeds for the future. Biodiversity is really important for plants and seeds, the farmers explained. Biodiversity? Asked Lou. That's like having a whole lot of different plants and animals, right? Ida says. Yes, exactly. Saving seeds is one important way to promote biodiversity. Protecting animal habitats is another way. Ida and Lou hear a rustling in the bed of bok choy that the farmers don't seem to notice. Salutations, a snake says. Follow me back to the old world if you want to see animal habitats the way they used to be. Ida and Lou thank the farmers for their help and follow the snake to their next adventure, which turns out to be quite relaxing. The snake leads them to a beautiful riverbed where they laze together on a sun-kissed rock. Throughout the day, animals emerge from the woods to drink and bathe in the river. The girls' fear of all of these strange animals quickly gives way to delight. Lou, Ida whispers, we are so lucky to be here. I know, Lou says, petting the snake to say thank you. After a couple of days by the riverbank, Hoots, an owl they befriended, asked them, so what's next? I guess we can't stay here forever, Ida says. But I sort of wish we could, Lou says wistfully. Isn't part of your mission to help your world return to this splendor? Asks Hoots. Yes, it is. Where to next? Asks Lou. I can't tell you where, says Hoots with a wave of their wing, but I can help you get there. Ida, Lou, and Hoots set off on the bikes that Hoots created. They bike along the river, through desert, through brush, and up the steep red rocks. I think we should go to Svalbard, Lou suggests. We still have all these seeds. I think you're right, Ida agrees. Can we bike there from here? Hoots chuckles. I think it's too far to bike, they say. But let's tweet and see what happens. Tweet, tweet, tweet. They barely get the third tweet out when the sound of powerful wings surrounds them. Eagles? Hoots is right. It's too far to bike, one of the eagles says. Look in the distance, there to the east. You should follow that river. I'm Arlie, says an eagle, holding a shimmering wave in its talon. She holds it out to the girls. This is for you. What is it? It's a wave collected from the clouds, Arlie answers. It's imbued with the power of wind and water. I think it will help you. Come on, I'll take you to the Colorado River. The bike ride to the Colorado River is filled with breathtaking views and wild laughter. Hoots and Arlie are unexpectedly funny. Why did Mozart give away his chickens? Hoots chuckles. Because they kept saying, "Bach, bach." Get it? What language do geese speak? Arlie asked. Portuguese. Look, we are here. I must take off so I can catch up with the other eagles before dark. Be safe and brave. I'll stay with you for one last night to show you the ropes on the boat, Hoots says, nodding toward a small sailboat bobbing in the water. That's for us, the girls ask. It sure is, Hoots answers. Now let me show you around and then let's settle in for the night. The next morning, the girls prepare to set sail. I'm going to miss you, says Hoots. You're the first humans I've ever really known. We're proud to be your friends, Lou says. Ida pets Hoots before turning to the boat. I guess it's time for us to go. Are you sure you can't fly along with us? The journey is too far for me, but I trust that you'll make me proud. Farewell, Ida and Lou. Hoots flies away. Ida raises the mainsail. Lou hoists the jib. And now they're off. The girls sail peacefully for days. They meet other animals. Birds drop off nuts and berries. When they reach the headwaters of the Colorado River, a murder of crows unfurl ropes and hoist them, boat and all, into the air. They fly through the Rockies to the headwaters of the Arkansas River. The crows tell them to take it east to the Mississippi and then to head north. On the fourth day, the girls leave the Mississippi and track east on the Ohio River. We'll pass through Pittsburgh, Ida tells Lou. Mama and Daddy are in California, but we can stop at Gami's for Sunday night din. A crack of thunder cuts off Lou. The skies open up. Rain and wind surround them. Ida frantically works the sails. Lou uses the cloud wave to create an air bubble around them. They struggle against the storm brought the night. Their boat creaks and splinters apart as dawn breaks. The girls find themselves bobbing in floodwaters, treading frantically. Yoo-hoo, swim this way, calls a girl or a ghost or a spirit swinging from a storm cloud. Maybe. Who are you? Which way are you directing us? Asked Ida. I'm Ida, the spirit of the hurricane. How can we trust you? Asked Lou. If you're the spirit of the hurricane, didn't you destroy our boat? Ida, the hurricane spirit, lets out a loud laugh. Good point. You don't have to trust me. It's up to you. But I didn't mean to destroy your boat. You just got caught up in the crosswinds. That's actually why I showed myself to you. I want to help. Human Ida and Lou look at each other and look around at the flooded street and shrug. Okay. One Ida to another, we'll trust you. We're trying to get to Svalbard. We're heading east is this the right way? Not only is it the right way, says Hurricane Ida, it's a shortcut. You know, to say sorry about the boat. The girls follow Hurricane Ida's directions, which lead them to dry land. They wander through the trees, grateful to be away from the storm. For a few hours, everything is peaceful. They run into a river, its banks overflowing with water from the storm. Ugh, says Louisa. I'm finally dry. I really don't want to swim. Log rolling, maybe? Ida suggests, pointing to the logs bobbing in the river. I guess it's worth a shot. Worst case scenario, we just end up wet. Lou and Ida hop onto the logs, shuffling their feet to keep from falling in. Animals pop up along the bank to cheer them on. A frog hops onto Lou's log, croaking encouragement. Hello, hello, hello. 3 mermaids pop out of the water. We can help you get to where you want to get to, but you will have to get wet. Ugh, says Lou with an exaggerated sigh. I guess if it's part of saving the world, I'll get wet again. Ida and Lou leap from their logs into the water. Lou makes an air bubble with the cloud wave, and the girls follow the mermaids into the dark depths. Ida, Lou, and the mermaids swim up toward the muddled light of the surface. It's iced over, Ida says frantically. They pound against the ice to no avail. Lou points the cloud wave at the ice, but nothing happens. Tweet, tweet, the girls call out, but their words bounce off of the ice and echo back at them. They swim around, pounding the ice, searching for a soft spot. Finally, they see a shadow coming across the top of the ice. They call out, "Hello! Help! Help!" A blade clashes and crashes through the ice. A hand plunges into the water, pulling the girls out. The mermaids turn tail and swim back to the warmth. "Hello," says the ice princess who rescued them. "What brings you to Norway?" "We're on our way to the sea library," Lou answers. The princess gasps. "You can't go there. My father, the evil ice king, he's taken it over. It's not safe." "We have to go," Ida says. "We have seeds for the library. It's for the future of the world." "Hello!" A brown bear growls to them from the shore. "You can make it onto Svalbard if you trick the Ice King. He may be evil, but he's susceptible to flattery and he has quite a sweet tooth. Perhaps you could pretend that you're going there to see him?" "Oh, what a wonderful idea," says the Ice Princess. "I can help. I know all of my father's favorite treats." With a wave of her hand and a spin on her skates, the Ice Princess works her magic. Ida and Lou find themselves warmly dressed and loaded down with sweet treats. "Skate north along the river," the brown bear says. "When you get to the bay, you'll see Svalbard. Be careful crossing the ice. It's not fully frozen." The skate up the river is as beautiful as the crossing to Svalbard is scary. "It's so far," Lou says. "Let me go first. I've been skating and swimming longer." Ida eyes the ice with trepidation, looking for weak spots. Ida tentatively steps onto the ice. It holds. She cautiously skates all the way out to a small island. "I think it's safe," she calls back to Lou. Louisa is skating toward Ida when she notices a polar bear charging toward her. "Tweet, tweet!" she calls frantically. A small bird races toward her from the shore. "A penguin, I'm saved!" "Actually, I'm an auk. I'm Pip. Here, catch!" Pip hurls a giant fish to Lou. "Offer this fish to that bear." The polar bear skids to a stop on the ice. Lou hurls her fish at the bear, who grabs it with a huge paw. "I'm Lorik, enemy of the Ice King. State your business," roars the bear. Lou gathers her courage. "I'm Louisa. That's Ida. We need to get into the seed library. We are not friends with the Ice King." "Then who are those sweets for?" Lorik growls. "They are for the Ice King, to distract him," Lou answers. I will help you if you help me. The Ice King captured my best friend Neves. I've tried to get in to free her to no avail. I will transport you the rest of the way if you free my friend when you get inside." "Deal," says Lou. "I can help too," says Pip, handing a lollipop to Lou. "These are for you and Ida. They are sort of like walkie-talkies. The Ice King spies on everyone, but if you talk into these lollipops, your words will stay secret." Lou and Ida ride on Lorik's back, over the ice and through the frigid water. He leaves them at the gate. "I guess we should knock," Ida says. "Remember, pretend that we love this Ice King." She knocks loudly on the door. A penguin answers. "Hello, beautiful sir," Lou says with a deep bow. "We come bearing confections for the king." The penguin leads them to the ice lounge, where they enjoy hot cocoa. Ida and Lou hold up their lollipops. I think that creepy guy spying from the fire might be the Ice King, Ida says, but I'm not sure where Neves is or who they are. That's Neves back there, the dragon in the cage, a voice behind the girls says. Lou whispers into the lips, our words are supposed to be secret. The girls look around surreptitiously. A girl at the back of the lounge winks at them and sips her hot chocolate. I'm PB. I invented the lollipop lips. You can trust me, she says, and this is my friend Marceline. How do we know you're trustworthy? Asks Ida. After all, you're sitting freely in the Ice King's lounge. So are you, says Marcy. Will you trust us if we help you free Neves? Ida and Lou look at each other. Ida shrugs. It's a good place to start. Okay, let's regroup in the lab at 3, PB says. It's in the East Wing. We'll meet you there with Lorik's friend. Marceline pulls out a giant marshmallow. She roasts it in the fire, blocking the Ice King's view, while PB grabs Neves' cage and runs off. Reunited in the lab, the girls formally meet Neves, who is an ice dragon. A kindred spirit, Neves says, nodding to Ida. Ida and Lou tell Neves, Marceline, and PB about their quest to save seeds. I know where the seed library is, Marceline says. It's actually in a vault deep in the mountain. The Ice King has it heavily guarded. Once we get out of here, says the ice dragon, I can get to the vault through a glacial cave that no humans know about. I will bring those seeds. Thank you, Ida says, her inner dragon rumbling with joy. Lou, we did it. We saved the seeds. But is that enough? Lou asks. What about the fires, the floods, the animal habitats, and the oil pipelines? I feel like we have to do more. We don't always have this kind of magic. We have to make the most of it. They spend the rest of the day talking and brainstorming with their new friends. PB orders chocolate cream pie for dinner. They work through the night. The next morning, Ida and Lou wake at dawn and work through the day. By dinner time, they have a plan, a small vial of sleeping potion, and 1,000 pounds of soap. That night, the girls have their first audience with the Ice King. They curtsy before him and present their sweet treats. Your Majesty, Lou says sweetly, we traveled lifetimes to bask in your greatness. We came to you to build an ice cream sculpture in your likeness. She curtsies again while Ida spoons more whipped cream into the king's cocoa. Let me regale you with the story of my life, the king says, leaning back in his chair. Oh yes, please, Lou says, grasping the king's hands. I would love to hear all of your stories. As the king rambles on, Ida slips the vial of sleeping potion from her pocket. She tips it into the king's cocoa and tops it off with another spoon of whipped cream. With time, the king falls into a deep, deep sleep. They reunite with PB, Marceline, and Neves the ice dragon outside the king's quarters. PB gives them each a sponge. These are magic. They've got all the soap you made, 500 pounds in each sponge. Add water to activate. And here, Marceline shoves a set of blueprints to Ida. I finished them while you were with the king. Now you better hurry. Good luck. Ida, Lou, and Neves quickly set off. Neves torching their way through the Ice King's barricades. By the time they make it to the gates, the Ice King is awake and on their trail. The Ice Dragon flies off toward the seed vault, calling out well wishes. Lou uses the cloud wave to propel them over the ice, out of the Ice King's grasp. So long, sucker, she yells. We would never make an ice cream statue of you. The girls wander through the snowy woods, finalizing their plan. We need more help, says Ida, and we need something to eat. Maybe I can help with both, says a friendly voice. A snow person hops down from a high branch. I'm Blitz. I absolutely would love to have you come over for cocoa and cake. Yes, please, Ida and Lou say. Back at Blitz's, they share the story of their adventures and their plan. It was Ida's idea, Lou says. Ida, you tell. We have all these problems. Fires, floods, pipelines carrying dirty oil, Ida explains. We think our idea will make a big difference. We want to use the oil pipelines to move water from the floods to the fires. But they're full of dirty oil, says Blitz. We made 1,000 pounds of magic soap. Lou shows Blitz the sponges. We just need to figure out how to get the water. I do think I can help, Blitz says. We'll need some time to plan. And of course, the winter feast is on the 21st. Can you stay until then? Ida and Lou spend nearly a week planning with Blitz and the other snow people. The winter feast day is perfect. The sun is bright and the snowflakes are fat. The forest fills with snow people pulling sleds piled high with cakes and creams. Ida and Lou push aside their worries and enjoy the festivities with their new friends. Ida and Blitz wake up first. Are you sure you want to do this? Ida asks. It's such a sacrifice. I'm sure. We're sure, says Blitz. We aren't human. This won't be the end of us. Ida and Blitz watch as the sun rises and their friends rouse. They heat up the last of the cocoa and dress for their journey. Blitz gathers everyone together. A lot of us won't come back, not in this form, or not for a long time. Our sacrifice is for the greater good, so that eventually we and all the creatures we share the planet with can be whole and safe again. Onward! The crowd of snow people cheers. They gather in a tight circle with Ida, Lou, and Blitz at the center. Lou wields the cloud wave one last time, stirring up a small tornado to transport them away from the forest. They touch down at a small protest camp in Alberta. At the start of the protest, this has been one of the biggest, dirtiest pipelines yet. The camp is ready for them. The forest was alive with news of their travels. A protester named Morgan volunteers to go with them as a lookout. On the walk to the pipeline, Morgan tells them how indigenous communities have lived in harmony with nature and defended the earth for centuries. The pipelines are just the latest battle. They find the pipeline relatively deserted, a perk of acting so close to Christmas. They gather together to review the plans one more time. Thank you all so much, Lou tells their friends. Being on this journey with you has changed our lives. And hopefully we will change the world, says Ida. Morgan heads off the security guard, creating a distraction. Lou stuffs the magic soap sponges into the pipelines. Ida and Blitz marshal the snow people. Lou gives the signal that the soap is ready. Ida gives Blitz one last hug, one last thank you. Onward, Blitz calls. The snow people rush into the pipelines. Lou spins the cloud wave, creating a vortex of snow. She tosses the cloud wave to Blitz as she disappears into the pipeline. Lou leaps away from the pipeline as an avalanche of snow rushes into the pipeline. Ida and Lou watch with awe as a river of snow runs into the pipeline. Ida and Lou find Morgan waiting for them just outside the camp. They whoop and cheer as they enter the camp, letting everyone know they succeeded. They celebrate around the fire that night. Ida and Lou tell the tale of the snow people's brave sacrifice to clean out the pipeline. They also tell the tale of the forest and the magical feast. Morgan and their friends tell Ida and Lou stories of their brave people who also fight for the earth. Do you think our journey is over? Lou asks Ida as they're falling asleep. Maybe this part, says Ida, but remember what Petey said. This is a journey that lasts our whole lives. The girls wake up the next day, back in their beds, back to their regular lives. Their parents act like no time has passed, but Ida and Lou know how much has changed. Later that day, Ida and Lou go hiking with their parents. As they walk, They catch glimpses of their animal friends. They can no longer speak to them, but their bond is undeniable.